Hi, my name is David Hazlett, President of Dragon Eye Consulting. We provide accounting system and management information system consulting to small and medium-sized government contractors in the greater Washington, D.C. area and across the United States. I'm here to tell you how you can save money by taming your payroll tax monster with Deltek accounting software. Deltek comes with all of the payroll capabilities already built in. It is a totally integrated package. CFOs and controllers agree the Deltek software packages offer a complete payroll solution. They acknowledge that their staffs do 99% of the work of processing the payroll. The only thing they don't do is click the button to send the file to the bank. So why do so many Deltek clients outsource their payroll? There's only one answer I've ever heard, and that's payroll taxes. What is the payroll tax monster? It's 10,000 taxing jurisdictions in the US alone. Those 10,000 taxing jurisdictions in 2010 issued 21,500 separate tax rule changes. So with all of these variables, is it hard to believe that the IRS shows that in 2010, 28% of all tax returns filed by employers resulted in a penalty? So how do we tame the payroll tax monster? Here to share his real-life story of taming the payroll tax monster is Greg Gorgoni, CFO of Citizen Inc.
Hi, my name is Greg Gorgoni. I'm the Chief Financial Officer of Citizen. Citizen designs and delivers smarter, leaner IT services and transformation services to U.S. government customers. We focus on customers in the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the U.S. Treasury, Department of Justice, and Homeland Security. The company employs leading experts in enterprise architecture, application development and modernization, business process reengineering, and program management support. Citizen is headquartered in Chantilly, Virginia, with offices in Washington, D.C. and Texas. In late 2012, Citizen won a multi-year government contract with the U.S. Department of Treasury. Prior to winning this contract with the Internal Revenue Service, Citizen provided in-house payroll services and filed payroll taxes in 6 states, as well as with the Internal Revenue Service. The contract awarded to Citizen required us to expand our footprint to an additional 24 states. In each of these jurisdictions, we're required to file business registration and apply for withholding and unemployment tax filing. The increased number of filings was going to place an undue burden on my staff. With all the additional requirements, there was no way we'd be able to meet the obligations of preparing payroll and filing payroll taxes with just one person. We had to find another solution. I reached out to a former employee, hoping she would be able to help us, working part-time in the evenings and on weekends, but for a variety of reasons, that was not an option. I then reached out to small local CPA firms. However, their hourly rates made the cost prohibitive. I then reached out to other larger nationwide payroll outsourcing firms, each of which came back and said they would love to take over the filing of our taxes if only we would also outsource our payroll. I was not going to introduce a degradation of services to our employees. We use Deltek CostPoint. We use Deltek's time and expense system. The two are fully integrated. Employees fill out timesheets in time and expense. We import those timesheets into Payroll CostPoint. We produce the payroll. We put the pay stubs back out into the time and expense application. To introduce an outsourced payroll would require our employees to go to 2 different sources for information. I was not going to do that. With our current payroll process, we can process payroll adjustments at the last minute. We can produce bonuses at the last minute. If an employee has to change their deductions, we can do it at the last minute. An outsourced payroll provider has their own schedule. We would have to adapt our schedule to theirs, which meant last minute adjustments would have to wait a payroll cycle. With an outsourced payroll, we would have to provide the outsourced payroll provider the gross pay of our payroll three days in advance of the actual pay date. With $1 million a month payroll, that was a large negative impact on cash. Since none of the payroll service providers were willing to just take the tax outsourcing business, I was at my wit's end. Fortunately, Payroll Tax Network reached out to me a few days later and said they would like to engage in a discussion about just taking the tax business. In January 2013, we went live with the implementation of TaxNet, a system that allows us to produce a file containing payroll tax data, which then they import into their tax systems along with all of their other tax customers, and they handle the filing for every state, every city, the Internal Revenue Service, every pay period, every month, every quarter. To date, we've had no issues with their services. We've had the occasional letter from a taxing jurisdiction where we're able to send that letter to Payroll Tax Network and they resolve the issues. To date, there have been no unresolved problems. Payroll Tax Network employs world-class tax experts. They know what they're doing. I couldn't be happier with the services they've provided us to date. So why couldn't I be happier? Because I don't worry about our tax filing. I don't worry about are they done on time. And again, there's a lot of them to worry about. I've got increased cash flow, or let me say, I don't have a degradation of tax flow. I've got happy customers. They stay in one place for all their system needs. Payroll Tax Network, through the use of TaxNet, provides a world-class solution to your tax filing needs. At Citizen, we did what we sell. We implemented a smarter, leaner solution through the help of Payroll Tax Network.